Hello everyone, I'm Brian. Today I'm doing a reaction to the 10 best places to visit in India. So if I were to go visit, it's nice to know what are the 10 best places. And also, I'm not going to say this is the absolute truth of number one is number one best place to go. No, but what you do is you watch multiple videos and you also ask, and what ends up being the most common places that everyone says may be very well the best place to go. But I will say this: watch the video with me, I guess, or go to the link below and watch the video and see if you agree or disagree. And actually, there will be a question at the end. So let's go ahead and get started. I don't know what the 10 best places are, so let's go ahead and find out. Toropia. Is that legit made out of gold, or is that just gold plated?
India is an enormous and diverse destination.
Well, I guess Taj Mahal is going to be number one. I'm assuming here. I mean, come on. That's like, I think that's worldwide known. Ooh, what is that place to the left over there? I'm going to be pausing in between because I don't think it's fair just to play it out right. And if you want to watch it uninterrupted without me talking, please link the description below. We'll have the video, the original video.
Bordered by 7 different countries, not to mention the Arabian Sea.
Where is that place? I don't know if I've ever seen that one. Huh. I will say, I remember my very first thinking of ever traveling or visiting a place would be in Europe, Britain, particularly because of castles. I was fascinated with knights and castles. This looks like a castle, kinda. It has walls.
And the Bay of Bengal means that there are many different sides to the country.
Wow, what is this place? I will say there is a lot of nice looking structures for sure.
More than 20 official
obviously,
languages,
but
multiple religions, and a variety of cuisines exist within India's borders. To truly experience the breadth of Indian culture and history, travel is key. Here's a look at the best places to visit in India.
That's either a small temple or the years have really worn it down quite a bit. It looks like the years may have done that. Because you can't really see the details. I noticed most temples in India have like really fine details, really crazy how detailed they are. You can see right around there, like you can see the details are really worn. So this is really old and the weather's really didn't treat it very well. I believe that's a sheep, right? Or a cow, calf, maybe. Oh, that's pretty cool. Sorry I'm pausing it so much, I just like to look at the details. Good lord. Is that even, or is it leaning a little to the right to me? I think it's probably just a position, but honestly, like Egypt is one place I wanted to go because of the pyramids and Sphinx.
Udaipur, the city of lake.
Sorry, the pyramids and the Sphinx. I thought those were nice, but boy, Indian sculptures and stuff. Oh my gosh, they put that kind of to shame, honestly, because it's just, a pyramid is pretty fantastic what they did in the past, without modern technology. But then you look at Indian temples and buildings and stuff. The detail into that it's actually really crazy. I still want to go to Egypt and see the Sphinx and the pyramids, but definitely want to see India with all the different kinds of temples and the crazy architecture and fine details and rocks. It's crazy.
Udaipur glistens romantically on the edge of the desert in Rajasthan. The city is protected by lush hills and is where you can find the mesmerizing Lake Palace in the middle of a tranquil lake. Another captivating sight is the imposing but graceful City Palace, along with the Monsoon Palace, which stands out with walls made of gleaming white marble. Explore old temples, walk the winding streets of this fanciful corner of India, and slip into times past inside its ancient bazaars.
Nothing yet to pause about. I think I paused enough anyway. Just time to admire. Oh. Only reason why I'm pausing is because honestly, this is probably the closest I'm gonna get to visiting this country. I can almost touch it. Now let's hit the lottery. I have a feeling I'm gonna be stuck here for a long, long time until I'm dead, basically. Wow, that's actually. I thought those weren't actual curtains, but they are. So that's really cool. It makes me think of what was that Hero, the movie, with all the curtains that they had, and I think those are really nice looking, especially with little open areas like this. Sorry, I just think of so many different things. My mind just goes all over the place. School of Art. And it's a lot of motorcycles over there. I mean, it's probably the cheaper transportation.
Number 9. Amritsar. The Punjabi city of Amritsar lies on the border with Pakistan and is home to the holiest of Sikh sites. The Golden Temple is in the heart of the old walled city. This serene Sikh shrine provides a place for reflection and inspiration.
Wow. Okay, that's what I was talking about. Is that actually full gold or gold plated or just colored in that way? I hate having to pause interrupting her, but I can't help but pause it and try to look all around and admire everything. That actually looks pretty dang cool.
You can tour the Golden Temple regardless of religion, but you will need to show respect by covering your head and removing your shoes. The streets surrounding the temple are a frenetic fusion of people, markets, and activity. Be sure to pick up some traditional goods, such as hand-embroidered fabrics and delicately ornate shoes.
Okay, so why covering, like, just the head portion or, like, the entirety of the head? I did notice that most of them were just the head portion, and why is that? And taking off your shoes? Why is that? Curious. I can only make an assumption on the feet because your shoes are generally going to be dirty, so you want to go in there with your clean feet. But the head, though, I'm not sure about that one. I guess maybe your hair might, like, I don't know. That's a genuine question, though. Why the head? I understand the feet because shoes are dirty. That's my assumption. Am I right or wrong on that one? And then the head, I don't understand. Maybe the hair's falling out. Oh yes. Well, y'all got that one nailed down right. It's amazing bread.
Number 8. Ladakh. In northernmost India, in the heavily disputed Kashmir region, is the mountainous destination of Ladakh. This region is large, but it has a low population density and a number of nomadic residents. Breathtaking, pristine scenery is a major draw to the area, but virtually all travelers will also spend time in the town of Leh. The town is located at a very high elevation, and it is home to the 17th century palace of the King of Ladakh. Buddhist culture is also prominent in Leh, and you may wish to explore some of the many Buddhist monasteries and temples.
I would say that would be potentially one place I like. I would definitely probably like to visit a Buddhist place, but it all depends again on how much time and how far off it is off, say, the rest of India. If I were to go visit, I would have to maximize my I won't say time, visit time, actually maximize my time, because I know there's no way in the world you can visit India and all parts of India in 7 days. Even if 7 days, that would generally about the amount of time I would probably have.
Number 7. Goa beaches. On the western coast of India is Goa, a former colony of Portugal that blends Indian culture with colonial influences and plenty of international tourism. Goa is popular largely because of its spectacular beaches. The busiest of all is Kendalum Beach, where travelers from around the world flock to soak up the sun. Anjuta Beach, by contrast, is far less crowded. It is also an amazing place where you can walk to Chapora Fort and admire the sandy coastline from a new perspective. Palolem is considered one of the most beautiful beaches in all of Goa, with its natural bay surrounded by lofty headlands on either side.
I can skip the beach. Not on my, not even top 20 places to go, but the walking to the fort thing though, that interests me until they didn't show the fort, so... Oh, beach, meh. I got other places to go. Well, there's definitely a lot of Westerners there for sure, though.
Number 6. Delhi. If you're spending any time in northern India, you will almost certainly visit the capital city of Delhi. The enormous, sprawling destination is home to several districts, and it is considered to be one of the oldest cities in the world. One of the top sites in Delhi is the Red Fort, which was built in the 17th century. The Red Fort is made from sandstone, and you will be able to walk through its Lahore Gate, into the bazaar, through the Jewel Palace, and even into the former residence of the Sultan. While in Delhi, you should also make time for the many museums and religious structures that make up the city.
So I was looking at the top. It's like I'm noticing that's a lot, in a lot of structures in India, I believe. I'm trying to think of. I think there are some in Western Europe, Europe as well. Wonder what makes those so popular. It's like a semi-onion shape. The dome, I guess, a dome shape would actually be a lot better than an onion shape. Although I like to say that you can actually visit the Sultan's area, I believe she said. It should be an interesting look.
Number 5. Ellora and Ajanta Caves. In the state of Maharashtra, you can explore the caves of both Ellora and Ajanta. At Ellora, there is an enormous complex of shrines carved from the rocky landscape. These 34 cave shrines are up to 1,500 years old, and they are from 3 distinct religions: Buddhism, Jainism, and Hinduism. 2 hours away is Ajanta, which is home to 29 caves. The Ajanta caves are covered in murals and paintings, most of which reflect Buddhist stories. While the 2 cave complexes are 2 hours away from one another, it is well worth visiting both to compare these incredible attractions.
Didn't realize Buddhism had caves. Well, there are temples and caves. But then again, I don't know necessarily too much about Buddhism besides a few things.
Number 4. Varanasi. A city that may seem strange to many Westerners, Varanasi is of great religious importance. The holy city sits on the banks of the divine Ganges and is believed by Hindus to be a sacred place of pilgrimage. The city is known for the religious practices that take place on the Ghats alongside the river. Pilgrims wash themselves in the waters of the Ganges, and the bodies of Hindus are cremated. The sights of life and death along the riverside can be shocking, but a visit to Varanasi is also contemplative and ultimately helps visitors to further understand India's deep cultural and spiritual practices.
And that's basically the spot where, is it once a year? I can't remember, but where it becomes a massive gathering of Hindus, I believe. I don't, is Jainism and all the sub religions of Hinduism go there too for the pilgrimage? And actually, I do remember some time ago that this pilgrimage is so large you can see it from space, which is really crazy. It really is. So what's that guy that covered his body in all white? What is that? What is that for, or what's that symbolism for? I don't. I was thinking ash, but I don't think that's ash. Just wondering.
Number 3, Kerala. The southwestern state of India, known as Kerala, is a place of tropical beauty. Palm trees, white sand beaches, and ecotourism are all big reasons to explore the region. Besides its famous backwaters, elegant houseboats, and temple festivals, Kerala is also home to the Tekadi Tiger Preserve. The hub of Kerala is the city of Kochi, where you can see the local fishing industry thriving, along with modern high-rises and colonial architecture.
Well, I mean, not exactly have a lot to offer there. I mean, it's number 3 though. Is there a reason why it's higher up than, say, like the other temples and old caves and stuff, especially the religious caves? I don't know. It didn't really show anything interesting there. The beach looks nice, actually.
Number 2, Agra. Agra is known for one thing, the iconic and ultimately impressive Taj Mahal.
What? Number 2. I can't wait to see what number 1 is then.
Set on the south bank of the Yamuna River, the Taj draws millions of tourists a year. Built by an emperor as an extravagant memorial to his wife, the mausoleum's porcelain white marble is an emblem of romance and adventure. Agra itself sits in the shadows of its imposing monument.
No, now that was said, I did not know that it was actually built as a temple for his wife. I wonder if there's a documentary of it as to why he did all this. I kind of want to know more about it now that he said. I didn't know that, honestly. I knew it was built there to be, well, I didn't know a temple or something, but I didn't think it was for his wife. Well, I didn't know it was actually a king built it for his wife. I thought it was maybe like a religious building that was built, but that's something I didn't know.
But is a small and welcoming city. The ancient Mughal-era Agra Fort is an attractive spot to visit. Peer over the walls and catch your first hypnotizing glimpse of the Taj.
Sorry, I'm admiring it. Very bleachy, I guess. Like very white for sure. Looks really nice. Trying to look at all the details, sorry. Are those words? If they are, I do wonder what they say. Again, I guess I gotta look at a documentary for this, for sure, to see what those words translate, and if this is something for his wife. I'm sure those are, I'm assuming, poem or love letters for his wife, maybe. Oh, dang, that's a long line. Oh, and bare feet. Do you have to be bare feet to go there, too? Huh. I wonder if the wife was buried in there, or the king too. Imagine having the Taj Mahal in your backyard. That'd be kind of awesome. Have a nice view, but then it becomes like an everyday thing, you know.
Number 1.
Okay. How in the world can you beat the Taj Mahal? We're about to find out.
Jaipur. The pink city of Jaipur is the capital of Rajasthan and is where you can find the beautiful Amber Fort, a sprawling, stunning complex set in the hillside overlooking a lake. Located just outside of the city and built in 1592, the grandiose citadel was also a palace for some time, but is now an impressive tourist attraction. Make sure to take a trip to the opulent city palace with its stunning courtyards and gardens, plus the amazingly intricate Palace of Winds. Jaipur forms one corner of the Golden Triangle, and it also makes a great gateway into the lesser-known destinations within Rajasthan.
I will say, the elephant thing was actually pretty cool, but I don't know. Maybe because my knowledge of this is not well, lacking, but I know more of the Taj Mahal. That's just, again, I think the majority of people do, so maybe that's the reason why it's kind of hard to beat. Oh, that looks nice. Looks like a whole bunch of little castles. I'm wondering if she also lists this as number 1 because on top of these few sites that you see here, there's actually a lot more to do maybe in this city than say where the Taj Mahal is at. Okay, that's it. So that's actually quite interesting. So again, should I ever visit India, which that'd be definitely a place I would like to go visit, I definitely would have to watch more and find out where things are located at to plan my time out as best as I can. And so the question that I have, you don't have to list the top 10 places, but if you were to give someone who's visiting, what are the top 2, at least top 2 places that you would say go visit here because, well, because why? So what was your top 2 places that you would tell someone to go visit in India, and why? Me, number 1 would be the, oh man, it's hard, but I would say, oh, that's hard. I'd say probably a place where there's good temples and lots of different kinds of food to try. Food number 1. But obviously I want to try out as much variety of food as possible. And I still want to do the I want to buy Indian food. We do have an Indian place around here, and eat in front of the camera, I guess, a mukbang of Indian food, and try the ones I've never tried before as well. And number 2 would be a place that I can, there are many different temples, not necessarily shopping areas. I'm not really too worried about shopping, although I definitely want to buy a few souvenirs for sure. But visiting temples, especially that one temple that I seen, it was like all golden, has a whole bunch of candles in it. That was crazy looking. Looked really good. So place with lots of food, at least lots of variety of food, and then and a lot of, I want to say tourism because beaches is a tourist area, but more of like the temple where I can, in one centralized location, is like 1 hour to as many temples as possible. That'd be my 2 places that I would try to go. Again, I don't know what those are. Maybe you can help me out with that. But in your opinion, what are the 2 places that if someone were to come visit India, you would say, this is place number 1 because of this, and this is place number 2 because of this? Alright, I think that's all to say about the top best places to visit in India. If you like my content, please consider subscribing, thumbs up, thumbs down below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next vid.